knows how to learn anything you want to do, especially athletically, but anything you want to do, you just do anything related to it and you get better at it. For instance, I see training and I watch patterns grow through the ages and history and stuff like that. And then I'm looking at that stuff and I'm doing it myself, and I'm like, wait a minute, the only thing that matters is doing what you're doing. Like, when you're a boxer, when you're Muhammad Ali, you can only punch so many times straight like that before this, starts to cause problems. And a lot of those old-timer people look like they stopped at, physical training, just punching like that. And, when that got tired, that got tired. Maybe they worked on that harder. Maybe they had, really good fists. Who knows? But, yeah. I know it's when you train something, what happens is your body morphs into what you are and who you are. It's inside your mind. I mean, this is an illusion we've created in this world, right? This is the illusion that's people think is happening as we're morphing into what we are on the inside. And dare we argue that illusion doesn't look spectacular. But it's hard to argue it's not in place. I don't think anyone's technically tried to argue one way or the other. But when I notice when I'm training, what I do is what's important. If I want to train to punch, then I train to punch. I train everything I can. I learn everything that I can do to make that one hit stronger. And if I just train to go like that hurts after a little bit, so I gotta quit that. Now maybe if I did do that 20 trillion times instead of thousands of others, I would be so superior at that. Just I would get kicked out everywhere. This bag would be flying into the glass and it would be breaking and everything. I have no doubt that that's actually the most likely probability, but I mean, that's all coming from my mind, being able to adapt to that, isn't it? And the important thing is what we focus on is what gets pushed forward. So, whether you're training for football or soccer or government or teaching, the goal is to keep pushing forward the best you can, better than the ones before you, and show that you can make the way. And it's always right there. You just gotta focus on that. A lot of people lose focus. I'm not saying anyone's better than me. Let's say I'm talking about myself. You lose focus, and then you start working on a kick or something when you could just disable anybody with your left hook or something. But what if someone thinks they know your left hook hurts? It's what if someone's hand and punching bag are fucking not below 30 inches? Anyways, yeah, so I like to look at this martial arts thing a little bit differently. And what you want to do, you have to continue to focus on that. What's important to you? Kind of like Bruce Lee said, what you is you, and you focus on your style, what you want to do. It's not necessarily wrong. I've beaten my bones into all sorts of shapes, whether good or not, whether they've actually learned how to behave right, and they haven't. I'm not sure if they have in all circumstances. Just because I've beaten them into a certain position doesn't mean they've accepted that position as a defeat. They're like, no, look, we're just gonna fuck you. So, yeah, maybe sometimes you might have to work around that, but what you, if you learn about the anatomy, about this illusion, this human bone and skeleton and tissue, tendon and muscle, vein and nervous system, vascular nervous system, capillaries, all that good stuff. And when you learn about that, there's some sort of, it's pretty strict code and stuff that's going on in here. So you have to apply that to your fighting if you're still fighting in this world. And if you're not, go ahead and post a video and let them ban you on talking about that stuff. But, so I'll never see it. But, when you look at the martial arts world, any art you do, whatever you do, what you do is what's important. More than lifting weights, or I do all this fancy stuff so I can look cute and all this stuff. Like, I look cute, right? Look at that. Oh boy, he looks so cute. Like, is that a fucking girl or a guy? He looks so fucking cute. Anyways, fucking, no, it's a guy. Look how fucked up he looks. Anyways, when you look at my system, like, I just do that because, like, I can only punch something so many times before my knuckles are swollen. Like, I'm literally not hitting with my hands right now because that knuckle's a little messed up right there, right at the first finger. That one right there. It feels a little weird when I open it like that, so I've not even been hitting with that for a while. It's because those things are like little cheap toys. The fingers, they're like little cheap toys. You can, like, press buttons with them, and you're like, you can play around with the girl with them. You can play a Nintendo game with them. It's hard to do stuff with them. It's even hard to learn to, like, play a keyboard or something, and even that, like, can be, like, painful and stuff. But the whole, like, motion, like, that's all that matters in the martial arts, right? And that's, like, what my development has come from. And I've never released videos where I've talked about, like, Jones, which is, like,